I'm curious, have you ever done something, Mr. Trump, to make money in your business life that you felt guilty about in your personal life?
I've done very iconic things. I put a lot of people to. I don't think so, but I'd really have to give that some long thought, and it's possible. But I've done things that are very, I've employed tens of thousands of people over the years in terms of jobs. And that's another thing. Everyone says there's no question. And I say to people, I'll be the best jobs president that God ever created.
But you can't think of anything that's made you guilty.
No, because I built tremendous jobs and I've employed a lot of people, so I can't think of anything.
Willie?
All right, let's go to Shane Murphy. She's a 38-year-old single mother, medical pharmaceutical sales, registered Republican, still undecided.
Hi, Mr. Trump.
How are you? Thank you, Shane.
Good. I am curious. I know a lot of people would really want to vote for you if only you would eat a piece of humble pie once in a while. Do you have any weaknesses that you can share with us?
Well, I'd like to do that, but then I'd expose the weaknesses to Putin and everybody else, and we don't want to do that, right? What? I always say, and it's very important, I don't want to, I don't like doing that. Yeah, I have weaknesses. I really believe I have weaknesses. I don't like exposing them, though, because if I expose them, then the enemy knows, right? It could be the enemy, and I don't like that. I always said our country's too predictable. When President Obama, said we're leaving Iraq, we shouldn't have been there. But you don't give a specific date, because then what happened is the ISIS fighters and all these guys, they said, oh, they're leaving. Wow, let's move aside when they leave. What happened is we left, and they came in big and strong. And we're too predictable, our country. If you think of General MacArthur and General Patton, these people don't talk on television about what they're doing with battles and everything else. The fact is, yeah, I think I have weaknesses, but it's something I don't like discussing because I don't want to give it up.
To answer your question?
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Right,
fair enough. Yeah.
Okay. Will you have somebody else
Shane,
there?
thanks for your question. Let's go to Brian Pickowitz. He's a student, 21 years old at St. Anselm College, right up the road here, undeclared voter.
Hello, Mr. Trump. I'm also a small business owner, and the way I see it is your campaign has gained you a lot of recognition for calling it how it is, but it's been based more on talking points than substance. So my question is, do you have a specific plan for how to bring our economy back, or should middle-class voters just elect you because your name's Trump?
Well, I think they should, because I built a great company, and everybody agrees on that. I built a great company. I employ thousands of people. I've employed tens of thousands of people. And I've done a good job, and I've, have some of the great projects. He knows many of them. I mean, I have some of the great projects in the world. And frankly, that is a part of my resume, in all fairness. If I didn't have this great success, I don't think I'd be here right now. I mean, to a certain extent, it is. I tell people, do me a favor, don't worry about it. But the fact is, I have Carl Icahn, I have some of the greatest business people in the world, all lined up. They are so anxious. These are very wealthy people. They don't want money. They don't to help us with our trade deals. Our trade deals are killing our country. We're losing $400 billion a year with China.
Go ahead, jump back in.
Do you have a specific plan for how you plan on doing all this?
Sure. I'm telling you, I'm going to renegotiate our trade deals. I'm going to bring our jobs back. I'm going to bring our manufacturing back.
But how?
I'll give you an example. Well, you can't say how. We have to renegotiate the trade deals. Look, Mexico took a Ford plant. I've been very tough on the Ford. You've heard me talking about Ford. I heard last night that Ford is moving back to the United States. They may not do that deal. I get credit for that. I should get credit for that. Somebody wrote last night, can you imagine what he could do if he was president? Ford was going to build this massive plant. I brought it up at so many speeches. And frankly, I think I embarrassed him. But Ford now is going to build a big, massive plant in the United States. And every single person, even my harshest critics, gave me credit for that. But, I'm going to do that times 1,000.
Was it Mark?
Brian,
I'm sorry. Brian brings up an interesting point, though. It does seem that on a lot of issues, Mr. Trump, you're asking people to say, believe me that I can accomplish these things and fix them because I'm Donald Trump.
You know what? I am asking for that. But I'm also saying I'm very specific. Let me tell you about specifics. The politicians all want, and the media, they all want a 14-point plan. Bing, 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 like every. It doesn't work that way, because point 2 gets loused up. And now you have to go to a different point 2. And you can't, they think it's so simple. You just go 14. You have to have great flexibility in deal making. Because what happens, even the taxes, I put up a great tax plan. I'm reducing taxes way down. I'm simplifying and reducing. Corporations are going to pay all the way down to 15. Right now, we're the highest tax nation in the world. I'm bringing the taxes way down. It's been met very nicely. But the fact is, no matter what, when I get that plan approved, it's going to be negotiations back and forth. And it's going to be the same with deal. We are going to bring deals back. We're going to bring jobs back. I could give you a 14-point plan that would look so beautiful and you'd be happy. But you know what? It doesn't mean anything. Because
let me cut it off right now because we do have to take a break.
You understand.
Brian, thank you very much for your question. Thanks for your answers. We're going to have more in just a moment. This is Today on NBC.
Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.